Part 3 would be about connecting to the soul. And I have gone into this already in a couple of earlier videos where, I've had to sort of complete my completion work, if you can say that, by asking my soul to intervene. My higher self parts had to become present to my situation, especially the situation I was in as a kid. The child in us is best capable of connecting to the soul because it doesn't have any agendas. It doesn't have necessarily much of an ego. It just wants to be happy and free, I think. And the soul understands those things. The mind, our mind, my mind nowadays has most difficulties connecting with the realm of the soul. However, because in the context of the completion work, I've had to make this contact and find a way to understand really the way the soul works for me. The way the soul works for me is that, to begin with, to me, the soul is not part of the setup of the body, of the history of the body. I'll just move you over slightly, maybe then. Oh no, that's even worse. Oh my goodness. I will move you over to this side, and yes, that's much better. Slightly better. Good enough. Ganesh is still right there. He's got to be here for this discussion. The soul is not part of the body, okay? What we have is a chain, which I'd like to call a chain of incarnation, that links the soul through some type of immaterial identities, self shapes, and those are connected to us in the body. That's the way I see it now. I'm not saying I'm right. Anybody can experience these things in his or her own way. I'm not being dogmatic. It's just I have experienced these things in this way, okay? So, for me, to be able to see the soul as the utmost, the ultimate is the word I'm looking for, source of identity, of personal power, that involves the fact that the soul is not part of the physical existence. It isn't, because the soul is limitless. The soul has a power that cannot be expressed in words or in any other form, not in art, not in any of it. All we can do is show tiny flickers, tiny bits of brightness where we manifest, just one pane of the crystal build-up. That is really the soul. That's the way I feel about this. It's been very important to me to get this as part of my life in order to be able to move on. And there are still quite a number of days where I don't go there because I think that I should be able to, the things should sort them out by themselves in a natural way. And I don't really go for my soul energy or my soul connection anymore because I'm desperate. I will go to it to celebrate, because that's what feels best for me to do. I am immensely grateful that I can walk on the surface of the earth and see this and feel this. And everything I've been through sort of acquires meaning. Even what other people, my parents, my grandparents have been through, acquires some type of meaning from the fact that I am now in this beautiful position where I can do this, where I can connect with the soul energy. But so to come back to that, nothing of the soul energy is really represented or found in the physical energy or in the physical, vital, emotional form, the mind form, whatever you like to call it, that we are here, right? Or that we're trying to communicate. It is absolute. By definition, the soul is absolute. It is divine, right? It has no limits. It doesn't have any structure, because we understand structure from being on this planet, in this body, with these bones and these, all the rest of it. Everything we know has a structure. So that's just one tiny snippet there. It can be scary. I think the work with the soul is quite scary because it doesn't know any limitations or any boundaries, or it just doesn't know any boundaries. It'll just it'll fulfill its purpose, and you'll just have to make do somehow or other. So it can be it can feel merciless, and yeah, that's what it feels like to us now. Or yeah, I suppose to my mother, yeah, most definitely. But that's the way it is. And it explains even a lot of the misery in the world, which I think is still something I don't agree with, for what it's worth. And I'm not supposed to agree with it. I'm not supposed to be okay with all the misery. Of course not. We're supposed to fight. We're supposed to learn to fight. So maybe any of this will be of use to you, my dear viewer, to fuel your fight, because there's goodness at the heart, yeah, for all of us. So on that note, I will leave you for now, and maybe I'll still have a bit of juice left in here to show you my my new oracle stuff, homemade oracle cards, the other extreme of the world. I will, at least I will have told you, finally, I will have told you a bit about my meditation practices, okay? So maybe I'll do even a little bit of a wrap-up for all this. We'll be getting back to this stuff anyway. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye for now.